Guys, let's get straight into it. So as you saw from the thumbnail and title, this is no clickbait, not at all. A week ago, well, just over a week ago actually, 21st of September 2024, so just over a week ago, in Austria, news was breaking, and I picked up the news on Twitter. It made a little bit of, it was racking up some steam on Twitter, so I had a look at it. I thought it was not true. I thought it was just, propaganda. And then I clicked the link and I actually read that in Austria, they're not even requesting. They're demanding teachers to dress more modestly to avoid arousing Muslim fathers. I can't even believe I'm even saying this. So they're basically telling the female teachers, cover up more. Stop showing so much legs, stop showing so much arm, so much chest. You don't need to do that. Cover up more because Muslim fathers are here to pick their kids up and we don't want you arousing them in all essence. Don't worry about self-control for the fathers, like have self-control for yourselves. Teachers, just dress more modestly. I'm holding you accountable, teachers, because it's not their fault, it's your fault because you're provoking them by showing too much skin on your arms, on your legs, wherever. And that was actually what was going on in Austria as of a week ago. Not requested, demanded that teachers must cover up more to stop Muslim fathers from being aroused. Guys, I cover various topics on this channel, and as it relates to the Muslim, I cover Muslims going into religious establishments like churches and threatening Christians there. I cover them, disrespecting the places of worship for Christians, etc. Atheists just disrespecting a lot of, okay guys, not all Muslims, I know, but the extreme ones, I do point it out on this channel, but a lot of it is coming because of rhetoric like this. You are basically saying to everyone in the West, forget your way and your standard of living. We don't care about freedom. We need the people coming over from the Muslim countries to come to the West, and we need to accommodate them at Western expense. So all of us that enjoy freedom, all of us that have been living as we've been living for decades upon decades, they want to basically say, yeah, we need to start changing things up now because we have Muslims here. They are erecting a lot of mosques and they are, having prayer rooms to pray, but it's not enough. We now need to ensure that teachers are adhering to the way they view the world, the Muslim people view the world, and that is covering up more. Don't worry about what you've been doing. We need to change it now to suit their standards. And this is a huge problem because, of course, Muslim people are going to come in and say, hey, we basically own the West because they are bowing down to us. Anyway, guys, let's get straight into this article because this is where I'll be reading from. And yeah, it's from Kronen Zeitung. So I believe it's one of Austria's biggest publishing newspapers or news outlets. So we're going to be reading from that right now. For Muslim fathers, teachers should dress modestly. A kindergarten director in Vienna is said to have ordered female employees to dress modestly so as not to upset Muslim fathers. The authorities are investigating the case. Vienna's education councillor also speaks up. Shorter skirts in the summer heat, shirts, or even thin blouses, all undesirable in a kindergarten in Penzing. The Krone recently received the following call for help. There is a facility where the manager actually demands that her employees wear closed clothing because Muslim men come to pick up their children. In other words, clothing dictates from above so that fathers of children raised in Islam do not feel harassed by the sight of the ladies. Veiling is compulsory. The Krone inquired with the responsible authority and a bizarre exchange of correspondence followed. The explanation from the head of corporate communications: the city of Vienna does not have any guidelines regarding higher clothing. Our employees decide for themselves what clothing is appropriate for their day-to-day work. However, we do expect our employees to look clean and well-groomed, and that their clothing is appropriate for everyday educational work in the kindergarten. The Krone asked the responsible city councillor what was going on in Penzing. Christoph from the NEOS. Teachers in Viennese nurseries wear clothing that is appropriate and suitable for their job. Clothing regulations that go beyond this cannot be imposed by the individual locations. I consider religious dress codes in public institutions to be unacceptable, as they are not compatible with the values of a liberal democracy. Okay, so quick evaluation to everything we just read. When we see the Krone, I believe it's Kronen Zeitung, so I believe it's Austria's largest newspaper that was asking questions. Hang on, what's going on here? Like, what's really happening? They were asking the questions, and they were basically saying that this is not in line with liberal democracy. So they were basically, saying, hey, what's going on? They asked, I believe the city councillor, was it? Yeah, they asked the city councillor, what's happening here? Like, what's all of this we're hearing? And they were basically saying that, yes, this does not need to be imposed on teachers. So far they look smart, so far they're coming to work presentable, then this is how we do things here. We don't need to change things radically to suit, Muslim men, because we don't want them to feel uncomfortable, Muslim men. So yeah, the whole thing just sounds crazy. It just sounds extra woke. Austria, what is going on there? That was a hard read. I'm not gonna lie, it was a very, very hard read. I was reading that, I wasn't even comprehending, because I was like, really, is this where we've got to? And yeah, Europe has just gone super, super woke. Super woke. I don't know how it got this bad. I knew wokeism was something that was infiltrating various Western nations, but I didn't know it got to this point. It got to this point, they just walk into churches, declare war on Christians, say what they want. Teachers now need to be told to dress modestly so that Muslim men aren't looking at them. And look, last point I'm going to mention before I do end the video. When female teachers are going to work, they understand. If they're teaching kindergarten, then they understand how they should be dressed. And let's just be honest, they're not going to be there in a short, tight skirt. Like if a teacher was ever wearing that, I'm sure you'd have to send her home. You'll be like, listen, okay, cool. You can't be here teaching kids looking like that. I'm sorry, this is not a disco. It's not a club. So you need to be gone. And they understand this. But when it's hot, sometimes they might want to wear, they might want to wear something that's still professional, but something that they can actually breathe in and feel comfortable in. And now they're being told, regardless of the weather, cover up and ensure that when Muslim men are coming to pick up their kids, you are not, you're not taking their attention, so you're not arousing them in any way, shape or form. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I have to laugh at this, man, honestly, because it's funny, man. Honestly, it really is. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Yeah, give me your views on what you think about this. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.